I'm about to talk about is going deep into some things. And if you found this video, then that lets me know that you are really on this frequency, because this is not something that everybody will be able to grasp. The true element to being a magician, bending reality, being the god of your creation, your experience, right, is detaching from your humanity. This is about truly understanding that nothing, absolutely nothing, has meaning until you assign that meaning to it. And what typically happens is, through what we consider being programmed, is really just having a trained and conditioned emotional response to everything. But if you are someone who really wants to be free, right, to truly experience whatever reality that you desire, you have to get good at no longer emotionally reacting and respond from a place of, wait a minute, I am source, I am God, I am goddess, right? What is happening right now is going to serve me in this way that I prefer. I just saw a woman who spoke about how she blew cinnamon into her house, and she was confused because shortly after she got evicted and now she's homeless. The humanic thing to do is to respond with, what the fuck? I don't have anywhere to stay. It didn't work. It's an adverse effect. But as God, as the creator of our realities, as we claim, you have to realize, no matter what, okay, if I got evicted, this would really only happen to me if the best is coming to me. This must be a part of the process. Or, on the flip side, you ask yourself, what was it within me that crafted this experience? Because if I'm God, that means nothing happens without my consent. So how did I subconsciously consent to this? And it takes being detached from your humanity to not see that as victim blaming, or better yet, being comfortable in the victimhood with her. Welcome back to the series where I teach you how to be God, because that's exactly what the elites are doing. If you haven't seen part 1 already, it's on my page. Go check it out. For this video today, the thing that the elites definitely do to bend reality is magic. You can call it witchcraft, you can call it rituals, whatever you'd like. The reason why they do magic is because, whether they know this or not, it's actually a symbolic representation of working with the aspects of you by externalizing what you're doing in terms of thinking you're working with a demon, God, angels, the fae, whoever it may be, the dragons. You're actually just tapping into your own divinely given powers. But it's easier for us to do so because we have to have all this programming as humans, right? You can think what you want, but if you think that the elites are not doing magic, you are sorely mistaken, and it kind of makes you foolish. The conspiracies that go around about all the high magic they're doing on a mass level, you don't worry about defending yourself against it. You learn from it. It's fair game in the realm of magic, and anyone who is putting some sort of moral connotation on it is likely just bringing in their own religious programming. You can do magic to bring you more money. You can do magic to bring you the love of your life. It's all about teaching you how to use the powers that are already innately yours. By the way, you will never see me, well, I ain't gonna say never, because anything is possible, but it will be rare that you see me telling you how to do specific spells, because that's not the point of magic, okay? If someone tells you that cinnamon means success and salt is to banish, it's only because they've accepted it to mean that, if you know what I mean. If you'd like further help, feel free to send me a message. I'm just trying to help you with the cheat codes to success. See, there's a reason why all of these rich people appear to have egos and you don't like it. They have programmed you so well to prefer to be humble, to think even on a spiritual level that you need to dissolve the ego. But the truth of the matter is that when it comes to the ego, it's a terrible master, but an amazing servant. The only reason why someone in their ego makes you feel a type of way is because it's your humanity responding. It's how you think people should act in order to be good people. But when you know how to use the ego for your benefit, it can boost your manifestation, your magic ability, whatever term you want to use, to the next level. Because the key component of being able to do anything, to manifest anything, do spells, is how confident you are in knowing who you are. Okay? So you need that ego to feel like you're the shit. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people like to use Jesus as a reference for why to be humble, or, make sure you don't have spiritual ego. But imagine you ask someone who they are and they say, oh, I am who I am. I am that I am. Would that not appear to be full of ego to you? And this is, I'm not trying to bring up Christianity as the end all be all, but what I'm saying to you is that the elite, whatever you call them, use their ego and they're cocky and confident for a reason, because it's better to be overly confident, which really isn't a thing, than to doubt yourself, because when you doubt yourself, you doubt God. And who are you? I used to feel so frustrated because of how stagnant I felt. I knew the knowledge, I knew the wisdom, I was doing the inner work, and my reality was not shifting the way I wanted to. There was literally a point where I dodged being homeless by the skin of my teeth, and I had to live with someone that messaged me on Craigslist, right? But what I can tell you is what shifted that frustration for me was somatic work and taking radical accountability for everything that I was experiencing. And I mean everything, because it is so easy to say, well, this is happening to me because of this, what happened to me in my past, and none of that is my fault. Listen, every little thing in my reality that I did not like, I took accountability for and said to myself, how am I creating this? What is within me that is a vibrational match to this situation, right? And when I started looking at every single thing like that, then I began to see the connections within me that was generating this experience. Because a lot of us run around here saying we're the creators of our reality, but do we really understand what that means? I implore you, the reason why you're experiencing stagnancy is because you're teeter-tottering between a victim of the reality you're creating and creator. You have to pick a side. If you want to go back to life is happening to you, then go back to praying to a God. Go back to seeing the universe as something outside of yourself. But if you want to do this creating your reality stuff, then you have to step up and wear the big girl pants or big boy pants of I'm literally creating everything. Then not some things, not the things that just feel good, but everything. And when I did that, it was uncomfortable as hell. I'm not saying things shifted overnight. But I went through about 8 months of like, all right, let's clean up. Let's get real with ourselves. And it was hard as hell. It was a lot of crying. It was a lot of it was tough. But baby, on the other side of that, when I cleared up all that gunk of me trying to embody not being the creator, life is so much better. Life is exactly the way I want it to be. And I realize that now. And I'm in this process of continually realizing it. Because let me tell you, when you've been in a pattern for 20 years, sometimes it can still creep up on you. And you have to say, wait a minute, I'm literally living the blessing now. I don't have to work a job. I can get up and do whatever I want. I can choose to do whatever I want with my day on my time. And that is peace. I don't have to worry about bills, all of that. You can have that too, but you gotta step it up with that radical accountability.